In this video, we will learn vocabulary on the topic of types of compensation liability with some definitions and examples. So, let's get started. Absolute liability. In the case where a liability attaches to a person on the happening of a given condition and despite any care that that person may have taken and despite any facts suggesting the happening was outside human foresight. It appears in some statutory crimes and civil duties. Absolute liability could be used in malpractice cases where it could be argued the physician took on a high amount of risk, such as trying a new procedure to save someone's life.
Joint liability.
When two or more persons are both responsible for a debt, claim, or judgment. As the partners have agreed to joint liability, if the partnership becomes insolvent, the bank can pursue both partners for the money.
Limited liability.
The maximum amount a person participating in a business can lose or be charged in case of claims against the company or its bankruptcy. The bank can rely on limited liability to protect employees and shareholders from lawsuits. Several liability. Referring to the responsibility of one party for the entire debt or judgment when those who jointly agree to pay the debt or are jointly ordered to pay a judgment do not do so. A syndicated loan agreement where multiple lenders are each liable for only their portion of the loan.
Strict liability.
Absolute legal responsibility for an injury that can be imposed on the wrongdoer without proof of carelessness or fault. The Consumer Protection Act imposes strict liability for a defective product on the producer. Tort liability. In civil law, the liability that arises as the result of one person's causing property damage to another. It is distinguished from civil law liability. If the product caused damage to the buyer, then the seller would be open to a claim in tort.
Product liability.
The area of law that deals with a company's responsibility when a customer is injured or harmed by a product. The law shields flu vaccine manufacturers from product liability.